something for youngins who tryna reach goals. And still can't stop, won't stop. Did the puffy with the bob, smell the roses, no capping, not done a lie, baby.
You have to excuse me, I'm a little hot. I gotta get some shit off my chest right now. But I was just in the gym with kids that pertain exactly what I wanted to talk about today. I saw a tweet last night from a coach, I think it was a college coach, and he said that kids don't love basketball these days like they used to. And that's old man talk, but that I said this before, and I said it in a previous video, that the Kobe mentality is like a dying breed. It's not cool. I do believe that kids love basketball too. They love two different things. And I think it's because of the times. It's a social media thing that adds two different types of basketball players. And it's not just basketball players, it's two different types of athletes. So you have a kid who loves being a basketball player, meaning the traditional sense of that word. I'm on a team, I practice, I play games, I do everything I can to reach my highest goal, to play college basketball or in the NBA or whatever that is. Then you have another type of athlete. You have somebody else. You have a different type of basketball player now that is really strung from social media. They love basketball. They love the idea of basketball. They love the idea of trying a certain shot or a certain layup or a certain something that they saw on TV or usually the internet. Nobody's like watching TV right now. You don't even watch NBA games anymore. Kids don't. They watch the highlights or the videos on social media. And so those kids don't really want to play college basketball, get up early in the morning, work out, do hard shit like run hills. People don't understand. I've been saying this since I started running this business. I played college basketball. College basketball sucks. It is not fun. But you do it because you love it. You love being a basketball player. You love the lifestyle and the journey and the goal of trying to be the best basketball player you can really be. A social media basketball player, a guy who goes to place at pickup games or in gyms to do certain dunks or something like that to post videos is 100% cool. And there's a lot of dope content created from that. But that's a different type of basketball player. That usually isn't a kid who wants to run hills, who wants to do small little drills that are boring, but that you have to do to get in a real 5-on-5 college or high school basketball game and win the game as a team. So you could love basketball, and I don't think the love for basketball has went away. I just think the love to be the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants, the LeBron Jameses, I think that has now morphed into two different things. There's less people that want to do that, but more people who do love basketball in general because it's popular. You know what I mean? The popularity is up in hoops, but the amount of kids who want to end up in that 5 to 6% of kids who actually play basketball at the college level, the amount of kids who are trying to hit that 5 or 6%, that is maybe down. And again, I'm going to blame social media for that. And I'm not saying that it's like a bad thing, but it's just a reality. It gives now two different types of people. You got people who love to do something, and I'm saying basketball, but it's everything. You can see this across the board. You can see it in art. You can see it in business. You can see it in all types of different categories where people have to be somebody, right? There's people who are really on the journey who might do art, who might make paintings, and they're really out there trying to hustle and sell them. And I don't know the art industry, but maybe they're trying to become somebody in the painting world and establish something. Then you have people who are probably just doing it just to post that fucking picture, never really get up in the world of being somebody who's prestigious, somebody who's influential, somebody who's making money, who has a business, who employs people, but has a ton of likes or a ton of views, or you know what I mean? Now maybe they get shit from that. There are people out there who do use basketball as a way to get clicks and then turn it into other business ventures, other ways to get ad revenue, you know, all time. Oh, I'm not gonna get into that stuff, but again, that person does not love what Kobe Bryant loved. That person does not love what I love. Because there's nothing wrong with it. It's just two different ways. So when you have old heads or when you have people who are of the older generation saying kids these days, it's not the same, they don't love it. It's not that they don't love it. They just might love something different. And that is, I think, something that, so somebody in my position, somebody who is in the old category of does love the Kobe Bryant shit, does love the basketball, does want to get up at 5, 6 in the morning to go get in the fucking pool at some little ass college, don't actually love doing the act, but you want to do it because that's what you're trying to be. You want to be the basketball player in every essence of the word. So I'm in that category. So how are we going to relate to the kids in the other category? I think sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you just don't relate to them. I don't think it's not for me to knock those kids and call them soft or lazy or whatever it is, although they could be in some instances. But I don't think it's, that tweet, there was a whole bunch of replies on that tweet, and you could tell everybody's coming from that older cloth, and they're looking at everybody as if they're trying to be Kobe Bryant, which I agree with them. I agree with the things that they're saying. But I think then if you're a college coach though, and you're going to recruit kids and you're looking at kids, if you're a trainer, a basketball trainer, and you're trying to find kids to get into your training program, if you're an AAU coach, if you're a high school coach, you're gonna have to realize that there are two different types of love. So that is going to set the standard of what you're trying to build, what type of program you want to have, what your tone is, what your motive is, what you're trying to get out of it. It's really going to matter. And I do think that having that second category of love for basketball makes it harder on people like myself to build what they want to get. You can always get kids in the gym. You can always get kids on teams. You can always get kids to follow certain programs or little events that you want to do. That's easy. Getting people to show up and be a part of it and just make basketball more popular, that is easy. I think what is hard is getting those kids into that 5 or 6% of kids who are going to go play basketball after high school. And at the end of the day, if you come from that, that's what you're trying to do. That's what you're trying to get out of it. So without knocking or putting down those kids, I will say this though. I will say, here's where I am going to knock them or put them down. If you're the kid who, and this happened yesterday with me personally. If I have a kid who's telling me, my goal, my dream has always been to play college basketball. That's their word, but their actions all look like that second love. Look like they love the idea of basketball. That's where you got a problem. That's where I can knock you. That's where I can go at your integrity a little bit. That's where I can go at your work ethic or see if you are just mentally weak or if you're just soft or you're lazy or you're undisciplined and hit that hard, because you could have a kid who wants to be in that first category, but they need a lot of work to move them from that second category up to the first. They need a lot of work and a lot of tough love. And so that's what we find ourselves, we at REL Academy, we find ourselves always fighting that battle to try to move some of these kids, trying to move all of them to here. Then as you go along, you see, hey, there's this bunch of kids, they are never gonna be here, ever. They don't want to be. They really don't care to be. But they're having fun and they enjoy it. They do like this, and that's okay. And then you're trying to find the couple out of that pot who deep down, they want to be in that first category. They want to be the Kobe Bryant, and you're just fighting, battling, tooth and nail, doing everything possible, getting upset, getting emotional about it. Having days where you say fuck it, all of that, going through all of those emotions and all of that footwork to try to move that kid and get him to see, hey man, you're in the category of you love the idea of basketball. We got to get you to love basketball. If you want to be a part of REL Academy, you want to come here and train, go to relacademy.com to learn more about it and inquire. You can shoot a call or a text to 412-660-4790. We love to get you to the academy and get you to experience what we do here.